I am Supreme, and welcome back to Chosen Oracle Messages. This is message number 45. You could be 45 years old. This message will resonate with you. You could be going on 45 this year. This message will resonate with you. You can live at an address of 45 or 54, or you could be the age 54 or going on 54, 45 or 54. This message is for you. Your license plate can have 45 or 54 in it. You could be seeing 45 or 54 at the gas station. You could be seeing it on the time right now. You could be seeing it on a bulletin. You could be seeing 45 or 54 on your battery energy. And we are chosen because we are here to prove to the world that God, Spirit, the universe is real. You're also chosen because you're here. You're landed on this video. It's meant for you. Everything happens on time and as scheduled. Okay, we are here to prove to the world that God, Spirit, and the universe is real. And we prove that by example. Okay, your own energy, frequency, and vibration is God. Okay, so we have to learn how that works so we can save ourselves. We are the examples of what happens when we do not understand who we are. We are not the examples of what happens when you don't have a job. We are not the example of what happens when you don't finish school. We're not. We're chosen. Chosen people are the examples of what happens when you are not aligned with your purpose, because it is the universal purpose for everyone to be aligned. It is not the universal purpose for everyone to keep a job. It is not the universal purpose for everyone to go to school and graduate and get a college degree. You know that. I know that. We're not going to act like we don't know that. And we're not going to act like that doesn't make sense. So, you are chosen because you represent the example of what happens also when you are aligned with your purpose. You represent the blessings and the success in spite of the governments of the world, in spite of your documents, degrees, and diplomas. Okay? In spite of your credit score and all the things that the world looks for, yet you still succeed. You outdo these things. You even outdo people with college degrees. You even outdo people with the best credit score, because we are aligned with the universal purpose, which is to align with your individual, unique purpose and assignment. It brought you to this channel because in this deck are the chapters that you will have to go through and master and understand these chapters for your spiritual awakening. I went through this entire deck. I created this deck from my own spiritual chapters. That's why you will know when you're chosen, because my messages will resonate with your soul. Now, they may not be named the same thing that I named the chapters, but you will definitely see the resonance, and you will understand why I named these cards the way that I named them. Okay, I am Supreme. I am a high-ranking psychic oracle. I have 2 other channels that I would like y'all to go and visit, like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button on, including this one. The other one is Astro Oracle Investigations. If you are just now joining me, welcome to my newcomers. So I have 2 other channels. Astro Oracle Investigations, where you will see how I solve cold cases. I crack cold cases. I find missing men, women, and children. And I solve unsolved mysteries. Also, I have another channel, Astro Oracle Crime Collective, where I pull crime from the ethers, not the news. I pull the crimes that no one reports. I find the people that no one knows is missing. I solve the murders and homicides that people are trying their best to hide. That's how high ranking I am. You ought to go see it for yourself. Let's get to message number 45. I'm going to pull 6 cards, and it's going to open up a story of where you are in your journey right now, which is the reason why you clicked on this video. Also, the Spirit told me if any of my messages resonate with you, go play those numbers. I see somebody winning the numbers. All right, let's talk about it. Well, we got 2 in reverse. The antenna is in reverse, and the caterpillar is in reverse. So we got the witch. We got the antenna in reverse. We got the world government. Speaking of the government, right? We got the caterpillar in reverse. We got the washing machine. And we have the angel numbers. Speaking of numbers, right? Let's talk about it. So who am I looking at right now? Well, I do see a wicked witch at play. And y'all know the wicked witch's throne is the government. The physical governments of this world. That is her throne. That is her throne. She is the power behind the throne seat of the government. Now, like I told you, the government is responsible for taking over the world, controlling the world. The government is the reason why we do everything that we do. Why it's the law to have your children in school. It is the law to have certain type of insurances. Okay? They have to make it a law to be able to control you. Anybody who tries to operate outside of that law in their book is either committing a sin or going against the law. And they do everything they can to make sure they see about that individual. Sad part about that is, which is also the good part, they're not aligned with the universal purpose. Because see, when they come for the chosen, you realize you're also coming for a high-ranking witch. We're not wicked. We're righteous. We're aligned. We're not even right or wrong. We're just aligned. No wicked witch can come for us and prosper. Because everything will boomerang right back to her and her entourage. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe on this channel. That's right, it will boomerang tenfold back to her and her entourage. Because we are here aligned with the universal purpose. You can't rise up against the universe. You can only rise up against what you tell me to do. You can rise up against my inability to do it, but you could never rise up against the way I am built. You need to understand that, because they're watching, and you need to know that as they watch you, they're gonna learn something that they've never learned before. And the people who've already learned that and don't care, they're going to get their feelings hurt. People who act like they don't have any feelings. When you come across a chosen one, oh, you're going to catch feelings. Because we all come from feelings. We come from emotions. We come from all of the elements: earth, air, water, fire. The wicked and the scarred. Now, the wrath of the universe is not on the scarred and the blind. The wrath of the universe, which is what religion calls the wrath of God, but the wrath of the universe, which is simply what happens to you when you are not in alignment with what you're supposed to be and where you're supposed to be going. That's like traveling down a street of oncoming traffic. You're on the wrong side of the road. So when the universe works against you, that's what's happening. And that's never going to be a smooth ride. You're fucking up everything. Your food, your shelter, your clothing, the people, places, and things in your life, you're just fucking everything up. Now, the universal wrath is on the fool. The fool and the blind are two different characters. Blind people can bump into a wall because they can't see. And they don't have any guidance. A fool can see the wall and will still run right into it. Like they can't be touched. So the wrath of the universe is on the fool. And in the government, the world government, which is why the world government card came out, we're dealing with a bunch of fools. So never be afraid of the surveillance of the fool, especially when you are operating in alignment with the universe. Never give the fool the energy, the power to be greater than the universe. When you are afraid of the fool, you are telling the fool, you are sending a signal to the fool that they are greater than the power that created all of life. Not only are you sending people who can't see God, because you get blind people and fools mixed up. Blind people can't see God because they're blind. Their eyes need to be open. A fool can see God. They just don't give a fuck. And both are still going to lose. Why? Because the wrath of God, the wrath of the universe is on the fool. The grace is on the scarred and the blind, because they can be healed. The blind can see, especially when they come across a chosen seed. One good conversation with a chosen seed, you're going to walk away from that conversation seeing a lot of things you didn't see before you started that conversation with that individual. You're going to walk away understanding a whole lot of what you did not understand before you made your approach. So that's what it's like when you open up blind eyes. A fool is like a person who would jump inside of a pool and swear they won't get wet. And they'll scare everybody in the room to believe in that foolishness. Who's going to jump in a pool of water and not get wet? That's how foolish they are. So never be afraid of the government. They cannot rise up against the power of the universe. But just like the wicked witch understands that these things must be done delicately, even like what she said in the Wizard of Oz or the Wiz, even the bad witch knows that witchcraft must be done delicately or you hurt the spell. You got to make sure the shit works. You're dealing with an intelligent entity that's just as intelligent as you are. The bad witch is just as intelligent as the good witch, as the chosen. The difference is activation. When the chosen speaks in alignment, every word is a craft that will work. The bad witch has to get you to believe in what she's saying. Just like when you go to church. They have to first get you to believe in a Messiah that's going to one day come back and heal the world and save you and take you to heaven. They have to first get you to believe in a heaven or a hell, apart from your higher mind and your lower mind. They have to get you to believe that there's that actual place up there called heaven and an actual place down there called hell. These are bad witches controlling the blind. Make sure you understand what I just said. I'm not calling the people in church bad witches. I'm calling the rulers that allow the church to exist, that fund this foolery and witchcraft. They in there eating flesh and drinking blood. But yet they go over in Africa and see them eating flesh and drinking blood. They call them witches and voodoo artists. Oh, y'all into that witchcraft and voodoo and shit. But so what are y'all doing in the church then? If Africa is doing witchcraft, if Africa is doing witchcraft and voodoo by eating flesh and drinking blood, what the fuck are y'all doing in the church? What do you call that? And don't tell me you eating the flesh of Jesus Christ. And don't tell me you drinking the blood of Jesus Christ. So what are you doing? They can't answer that. They can't answer that. They can't answer that. Because you know why? That will break the spell. These things got to be done delicately. You see why? You're up against a very intelligent entity when you're dealing with the witch. The wicked witch at that. She's very intelligent. The intelligence of the wicked is just as intelligence of the aligned. It's just that the alignment is what makes everything work, with whether you believe it or fucking not. The witch and the wicked, their shit does not work unless they get you to believe in it. Why? Because you are the magic, and they know that. They know you are the magic more than you know you are the magic. That's why the wicked seems more comfortable in their wickedness than you are in your alignment. Because they know who they are. They know they can't work without you. They just don't want you to know that. Ain't shit going down without you. At their jobs, in their families, at the gathering. This is why they invite you to certain places. Because you are the spark. You are the outlet. You are the power source. And they want to siphon your energy. Everybody's going to plug into you and siphon their energy and empower their wickedness, empower their lies. You'll find that when you're chosen, people, and see, the antenna came out in reverse. Because what is the antenna? An antenna is what allows you to get signal when you straighten out your antennas. Remember the old school TVs where you had to straighten out the antennas in order to get a clear signal and a clear screen? See, but what you're not understanding, and they're taking advantage of the antenna in you that's in reverse. See, you're not cooperating with the alignment. They're ahead of you. They're more comfortable at what they're doing enough to make it seem like it's right to you because you're not as confident in your alignment as you should be. That's why you landed on this video. You are chosen and you must cooperate with your alignment. So that way the antenna will be straight. So when you speak, it shall come to pass. When the wicked tell you, oh, I'm going to do this, and they come to you chosen and aligned, once you tell them, no, you're not. Oh, they're not. Once you said it, no, you're not, that automatically dispatched your powers. They'll go to work. Oh, because the wicked witch got flying monkeys too, to make sure what she says comes to pass. But your powers ain't no fucking monkeys. That's confirmation right there. Your powers ain't no monkeys. Your powers are real. Your powers are planetary. Your powers are etheric. Your powers are energetic, electric. Fuck your motherfucking flying monkeys. So, because I will deactivate every last one of them without putting a finger on them, because I know exactly what to say. I'm going to let you talk first. Yeah, you can let the wicked talk they shit first. Because when you're chosen and you're aligned, you know exactly what to say. That's why you got to listen to everything that they got to say first. Because as you're talking, I'm listening. And I'm going to know exactly what to say to shut every last bit of that bullshit you just talked. I'm going to electrocute every bit of that. And none of that will come to pass. And it's going to work when you're aligned. So yeah, let the wicked talk they shit. The caterpillar came out slow. It came out slow. The caterpillar is slow, but it came out in reverse because you're not understanding. It's like you have anxiety. You know, you got to understand everything comes in stages, you know, and you have to work on yourself. Okay, I'm talking to somebody. It's like you feel like you should be a butterfly by now, but there's certain things that you have to straighten out, especially this antenna. You have to straighten yourself out. There's some people you got to stop going around. There's some things you got to stop doing because it's messing up your signal. You can do whatever you want to do. It's a free world. It's a free universe. You can do whatever you want to do. That's why the wicked generation is strong too. Because see, they got to be strong enough to embrace all of that, everything going up against them. Oh, they're forward tough. They're forward tough. Because the life that they're living requires them to be forward tough because they're not living in alignment. So they're experiencing everything that happens when you're not living in alignment. Oh, because witches are chosen too. They're just wicked. Yeah, they're chosen too. They're living in alignment. They understand the alignment. They just don't give a fuck. They're power hungry. They're scarred. Only a scarred individual is power hungry. They need you to believe in them because they don't believe in themselves. Something within them is stopping them from believing in themselves. It could be something on them. Because I know a lot of wicked witches that feel like, you know, I don't believe in myself because, I mean, all the shit that I do is never going to work because I'm black. That's right, I said it. That's a popular wicked witch in the world. The black witch. And the reason why she's wicked is because she's black. She has not healed. She does not understand that you are the source. Black is the source. But somebody, and ever since she or he was born, they was preying on them to make sure they never understand who they are. That's why a lot of times, and this is not racism, this is the truth. We all come from black. And we all see it in the world. The blacker you are, the more the world tries to shun you. And you're strong. They know you're strong. So they shun you. A lot of times they shun you with force. They make sure that you never believe in yourself. Because your electromagnetism is so strong due to your melanin that when you start believing in yourself and you start waking up and aligning, oh my God, all hell is going to really break loose on the people that tried to stop you and tried to keep you in bondage. What doesn't come out in the wash will always come out in the rinse. I always say that. And you will hear that a lot on my other channels too. That's why the washing machine came out. Because I feel like somebody, you still seeing some stains. and what you've been working on for a long time. You're still seeing stains of your past. Okay? Like a shirt that has a ketchup stain on it from when you ate breakfast this morning. And now it's 6 o'clock in the evening. You done put that shirt in the washing machine. Okay? And somehow it's been washing for a while, but you still see that stain. Like, what the fuck going on? Is it going to come out? Yeah, whatever doesn't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. But you'll have some people that will use how long it's been washing against you. They'll make you look at that ketchup stain like, that shit ain't going nowhere. What the fuck are you doing? You might as well sit down somewhere. Whatever doesn't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse. You'll have some people that think they getting away. You ain't getting away, because what doesn't come out in the wash will always come out in the rinse. Always. So, the angel numbers. Follow the angel numbers. When you're aligned, angel numbers is a way to confirm that you have a way. When you're aligned, everything you do is on time. Even when you look at the clock, you will always look at the clock at alignments when it's 11:11, 2:22, 3:33, 4:44, 5:55, 6:56. 6:56. Not even 6:56 or 6:56. But I was going to say 144 is an angel number. 1234 is an angel number. But even 666, 777, and 888 and 999 are angel numbers. You may not see them on the clock, but you will see them in synchronicity at certain places that you look. You may even see the angel numbers when you look at your phone lined up with the battery energy. And you will also see the mirror numbers. I call them mirror numbers, which is also an angel number. It's an angel effect, mirror numbers. As above, so below. So you will see numbers in reverse, 67, 76. So, like a lot of times, I will look at my phone and the time might be 3:37. And right next to the time is the battery energy that says 73. So I see as above, so below, the symbol, 3773. The angel numbers will always guide you. They are a sign that you are aligned. They also have meanings too. You can look up the meanings online. But it means that you are aligned. The fact that you are even looking at a clock at a time when everything is aligned is confirmation of alignment. 444 is confirmation of alignment. 555 is confirmation of alignment. So your alignment will work on you. Once you get activated, it becomes on autopilot. Now everything you're doing is in alignment with your purpose, and the time will continue to confirm that. Especially when you are forgetting, or you may be processing something that you just went through, or that you just heard, or that you might be thinking of that's not in alignment with where you're supposed to be going and how you're supposed to be thinking. So you will look at the clock and you will see an angel number. Not because you're thinking correctly, but it's there to remind you to get back in alignment. So yeah, that's message number 45. And I'm going to leave that right there. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't.